Security has everything to do with freedom from danger or threats to a nation's ability to protect and develop itself. It has everything to do with freedom from threats to promote its cherished values and legitimate interest in the effort to enhance the well-being of its people. Thus, internal security could be seen as the freedom from or absence of those tendencies that undermine internal cohesion and corporate existence of a country. It could be seen as freedom from tendencies that threaten the country's ability to maintain its vital institution for the promotion of its core values and socio-political and economic objectives, as well as meeting the legitimate aspirations of the people. Internal security is a critical aspect of any nation's stability and progress, and Nigeria is no exception. With a large and diverse population spread within a vast geographical expanse and faced with various socio-political challenges, the need for a strong and effective internal security system in the country becomes paramount. One of the primary reasons why internal security is crucial in Nigeria is its impact on the overall development and prosperity of the nation. Without a safe and secure environment, economic activities can be severely disrupted, deterring both local and foreign investments. Additionally, a lack of internal security can breed fear and mistrust among the population, leading to a social unrest and a breakdown of communal harmony. Often referred to as the giant of Africa, Nigeria is a nation with immense potential. However, it is also plagued with a range of security concerns that threatens its ability and stability and hinders its growth, from insurgencies and terrorism to communal clashes and organized crime. These security challenges pose significant threats to the lives and livelihoods of Nigerian citizens. This trend necessitated the Nigerian government putting in place several security agencies to tackle internal and external security threats headlong. The collaborative efforts of individuals, group, religious and political leaders have significantly contributed in stabilizing the internal security situation in Nigeria. These and more are what we'll be looking at on Policy Focus today. Thanks for joining us on the program. I am Chana Ejoga. More to come after the break. Stay with us. Before we continue, news update is next. The Chairman Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, Alhaji Yusuf Dantali, is seeking for continuous collaboration and partnership with NIPSS towards the nomination of IPAC members for the Senior Executive Course and to work on the review of the Council's Code of Conduct so as to enhance robust operations. He made this call during a courtesy visit to the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPSS Kuru, Jos. The delegation was received by the Director General, NIPSS, Professor Ayo Omotayo, and members of his management team.
And the political party is just nothing but a vehicle for capturing power for the benefit of all. And so we have both the people in power and the people in opposition here. So all we want is how we have a better society for all of us. So, and then people in their wisdom of political party and INEC and NIPSS, we have been able to come together to have the umbrella body, and we have been growing stronger by the year. Here we have a new leadership, and we have no other assignment to see how can we deepen democracy for all.
In his response, the DG called for the training and recruitment of local government leaders as a way of deepening democracy and political representation in Nigeria.
I believe going forward, both sides have opportunities of ensuring that we strengthen and deepen not only our relationships, but of course, deepen democracy in Nigeria. Mr. Chairman had alluded to the fact that it's going to be 25 years of unbroken democratic governance in Nigeria. No matter what, like the late governor of Lagos State said, Latika Abijakunle, when I was in Yoma, he said, the worst civilian government is better than the best military government, and they must have their reasons.
Professor Fumi Paramalam, in her speech, stated that the issue of local government leaders' recruitment and training has been submitted to the presidency as one of the challenging issues in Nigeria's democracy.
Because we've discovered that despite all the policy recommendations that the National Institute has made over decades, minimal amount of them have gotten implemented. And so we realize that it's not about the number or even the quality of policy recommendations that we tender, but the uptake, the policy uptake by the leadership at both national and subnational levels.
The chairman IPAC has this to say about the impact of the meeting on the development of politics and democracy in the country.
It doesn't like your face, you can't be there. It's a major problem, it's difficult, but if we must get it right, we must look at it. So as a policy institution, I want this to be part of your advice to the leadership at all levels. So we have to sacrifice.
Both parties agreed to look into local government leadership, security issues, and ungoverned spaces as a way of deepening democracy in Nigeria. Chana Ejoga reporting for NIPSS Policy TV.
It's new, it's fresh, it's all about policies and strategies. Watch out for NIPSS Policy TV programs on NTA News 24. Tune in on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, Star Times Channels 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703. Miss this and miss out on policies that will affect you and our country. Join us.
Emerging internal security threats in Nigeria, such as kidnapping, hostage and ransom taking, illegal migration, discrimination, and the proliferation of small arms and light weapons have had a significant negative effect on the internal operations of security agencies. Security operations efforts in Nigeria includes policing by the Nigerian Police Force, which ideally holds primacy in internal security, soldiering, which involves military actions, particularly in relations to managing insurrections and threats to the state's territorial integrity. Effective tackling of security challenges in Nigeria must involve good governance and accountability, good political leadership, and adequate motivation of security personnel. The government needs to do more in provision of funds, modern equipment, training, and improved welfare package to enhance the performances of security agencies in Nigeria. How can the Nigerian police force efficiently tackle this challenge of internal security? What are the possible solutions to curb the persuasive menace, and what is the way forward? In this exclusive interview, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Adegoke Fayoade MNI, talks about the role of the police in ensuring security for citizens and posits various recommendations. He also speaks on his agenda for Lagos State.
In Lagos, as far back as 2003. Then it was a lot of work. There was more criminal activities being perpetrated then. and it requires lots of work. As DPO, I had to work timelessly, day and night, because we have to contend with cases of robbery, cases of car snatching, cases, especially every bank robbery that will be taking place in the night, every firing, all these we have to contend with. It was a lot of work then, and when I look back and compare with the situation today, I think it's far, far better today. Crime in Lagos has gone down drastically because of the huge investments of especially Lagos State government on providing logistics, providing up-to-date equipment that is assisting us in combating this crime and criminal activities. So, sincerely speaking, officers in Lagos we find it more easier to police Lagos now than what it used to be in the past. Bold to say that the state government is doing a lot in terms of providing logistics. So all that we need is for our men to be up and doing, work day and night, and make sure that crime and criminal activities are not brought to the barest minimum. So the challenge I have is how to make my men perform optimally, provide quality service, and that's what I'm working on. So by the time I'm able to achieve that, I know crime and criminal activities in Lagos will be brought to a level that, in fact, Lagosians will not even think there is any crime anywhere again. Yes, I vision my primary objectives for policing Lagos is rooted in commitment to safety and justice and harmony. And this is a mega city, and is a mini Nigeria. So it's a commitment that the economic hub of Nigeria and Africa should be at peace. And my vision, my strategy is, one, to adopt community engagement. We can't do policing alone. The community must be carried along. They must be part of the policing strategies. Neighborhood policing will be part of it. We'll be able to put our men in the neighborhood to make sure that issues of crimes are speedily attended to. We need the community also to gather intelligence. We need to partner with them, look at concerns of the community, concerns of an area, and work out strategy to put all those concerns and issues at bay. So one of the strategies is community engagement. Partner with the people. Let the people know that police is their friend. We police with transparency. We'll be accountable to them. And our primary objective is to solve problems. So once we're able to build that trust and partnership with the community, I think the rest is easy. Once we need to attend to issues of distress call, we are sure that the community will assist us, will be there for us. And apart from that too, we make sure that every policing act we carry out, every activity we carry out is carried out with civility, with respect, so that we'll be able to continue to attract the confidence of the community. Once we're able to attract the support, confidence of the community, I think the rest is easy. Once they can trust us, once they can rely on us that if we give the police information today, they will act on it and they will take care of the issue. I think we have a seamless policing activities all over the place. Border security in the state is very good. We are also in partnership with the immigration, the customs. We all work together, and jointly we make sure that our border remains intact. We've not had any serious issue regarding borders from the Benin Republic. It has been actively, regularly policed, and we collaborate to make sure that it is secure and safe. And when there is any information or any form of threat which we have not had, I think we will put tests together and get this border area secured. Even on water, we also work together and ensure that our water bandit too is well protected with the Navy and our Marine Police. So I don't think we have any serious threat regarding borders within Benin Republic and Lagos and other areas. It's safe and secure. We cannot achieve remarkable success without partnership with all these people you have mentioned. Hunters associations, the Neighborhood Watch, the public. The Hunters associations, we are actively in partnership with them, and they have been supporting and assisting us a lot. I know of many instances where we maybe have cases of kidnapping and so on. The hunters are always there. They will move into the bush with us, and at the end of the day, we will record success. So we don't play with them. They are very, very supportive. The same thing in the Neighborhood Watch. In fact, the state government has a Neighborhood Watch outfit that gathers actionable intelligence. The intelligence is as they have written it, and once we have it, we act on it. And that has really helped us to a large extent to nipping crime in the bud in so many areas bordering Lagos. So we cannot play with that because it has really helped us in preventing crime, combating crime, and it's still helping us. And we leverage on that to achieve huge successes as far as police in Lagos is concerned. There is a very strong synergy between all the security agencies in the state, including the customs, the immigration, the quarantine, and all of them that works in the border. And with that synergy, I must confess to you, we've been able to prevent so many things or know something from entering the country. And that is why you agree with me. For a long time, the Benin Republic border has been very quiet and peaceful. We've not recorded any serious incident because we work together, we synergize, we partner, and we share intelligence together. And once we share intelligence, we act on it at our own various bits. We play our part, others will play their part, and that's why we've been able to check most of the. Once information comes that a group of Nigerians, a group of hoodlums or adventurers so place, we act on it. We get them rounded up. We hand them over to immigration. Immigration will screen them if they are truly Nigerian or what purpose, what have they come to do. If they are found not to be worthy to stay in Nigeria, immigration knows what to do. So we work together in synergy to make sure that we don't allow any we don't give room for foreigners to come and take advantage of us and cause mayhem or do anything that we cause discomfort, fear for our people in Nigeria. I mean, Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. Lagos State Security Fund, if I can remember, was created during the reign of Governor Fashola. And since then, since the creation of Security Trust Fund, the face of policing in Lagos changed drastically. I remember in those days, like in the 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, they bought armored personal carriers, many armored personal carriers, bought more vehicles and so on. And with that, bought a lot of logistical arms and ammunition. And sincerely speaking, since that, we've been having it good in Lagos. All form of crime that has to do with armed robbery reduced drastically. In fact, for a long time, we have not had any case of robbery in Lagos. And the trust fund, just to summarize, they have been helping us a lot. They help in terms of logistics, provision of equipment we need to police effectively, and they provide vehicles. And honestly, the trust fund is really helping. They have come to change the face of policing in Lagos. And I must tell you, the introduction of the trust fund is one of the things, if not the major thing, that has changed the face of policing in Lagos. And that's why I must say Lagos today is enjoying relatively crime-free environment. Now the government is supporting, like when we talk of the neighborhood watch, they are on the employment of government. Government gives them something at the end of the month. The entire their associations, they are also supported by the government in so many ways. So they have been encouraged, because the support may not be as much as, but they have been encouraged, they have been supported in their own little way, and that keeps them going, that keeps them coming to support us. And we as police too, that they assist, we encourage them, we support them in many ways. If they have anything, if they have any challenges in the course of their work, we're always there to support them and assist them to make things easy for them, in short. The role of technology in improving policing in Lagos State cannot be overemphasized. We need technology in terms of tracking. We need technology in terms of, cutting-edge technology to even in investigation in homicide cases, in forensics cases. Lagos State created a laboratory centers which was made available to us, and when we have cases of murder and other things, we do go there and do forensic analysis and so on. Unfortunately, it was burnt during these NIPSS. So anytime we have serious cases of murder, we have to take it to the UK to get the analysis done. But I must tell you, technology is very important, and Lagos State is doing a lot in that area to provide cutting-edge technology that will assist us in investigations, even in our operational activities, and so on and so forth. And I must tell you, technology has really helped us to unravel cases that has to do with cyber crime and other form of crimes that we would not have been able to unravel if not for the use of technology. Already we have the technology to handle it, and we're handling it. We have had many cases of cyber threat, cyber crime that we have intercepted, and some of them have been prosecuted. And I must tell you, we have a cyber crime department that specializes on that. So we are up to the game, and it's just that, like you said, the advantage of technology is both positive and negative. Many of our youths are involved in all this cyber crime. It's quite unfortunate. It has given the country very negative image internationally. But I must tell you, we are doing our best at our level to get many of them apprehended and prosecute them. And we do more, because we need to do more in this area so that we can reduce this high rate of cybercrime to the barest minimum and give the country a good image internationally. No, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise at all. I saw it coming. Even right before I came to NIPSS, I was built to come to Lagos. But along the line, it didn't work out. I think the governor wants somebody who is well versed in the policing of Lagos, somebody who has served in Lagos, who knows the nooks and crannies of Lagos. And I think that stands me out among other contestants. and I've been a DPO here for over 10 years, and I've handled very technical divisions, and I've been able to handle them well. During the period, I got awards internationally and locally. And for one of the awards, I was chosen as the best DPO in Africa that time. So I think this stands me out. And so by the time I was leaving NIPSS, I was also being considered to come here. And the calculation is that once I leave NIPSS, I'll come and take over in Lagos. And that's why I say it's not a surprise. It's something I've been expecting, and I thank God it came to pass. It's not easy to be a CP in Lagos. It requires a lot of things, and I thank God. Among all contestants, thank God for giving me the grace to be here. And I'm committed to doing well, committed to ensuring that Lagos, the residents of Lagos enjoy relative peace, live in an environment devoid of crime and criminal activities. They're able to do their business without any molestation. My determination is to make sure that policing in Lagos is done in a way that every Lagosian will come to love the police. Because the police will have no choice but to assist the members of the public to solve issues of crime, assist them to solve every other issue that may want to disturb the peace of the area. And they must do it in a way that is dignified, in a way that gives respect to the members of the public, in a way that members of the public will feel fulfilled that, so we have a police that can handle issues like this. Yes, largely, coming to national institutes is a worthwhile experience. And with the kind of drilling we went through in the National Institute, I think I cannot come here and have a low performance. I think that training in the institute is a world-class training. The 10 months training, full of activities. We had no time for respite. Seminars, writing papers, meeting at the group level, working sometimes till 3, 4 a.m. non-stop is a lot of work, and it's a worthwhile experience. I've learned a lot. I've learned how to manage situations, how to do presentations in a dignified manner, in a highly standard manner. I've learned a lot, and I think all this, even in dressing, etiquette and all these things, we went through all these things. So it's really going a long way what do I say? In directing my acts and activities here. And I must say thank you to NIPSS. I must also say that, honestly, I'm one of the few lucky ones that attended NIPSS, and I feel very highly of being a member as the alumni of NIPSS. I feel very proud of it, because going there is not just to go and play, it's to go and learn, and you cannot be the same after you have gone through NIPSS. You cannot be the same by the time you're out of NIPSS. You cannot be the same. Lagosians should expect nothing but a more secure Lagos, a safe Lagos. They must expect that now that I'm CP, by the grace of God, they will sleep with their eyes closed, and they will do their business without any molestations. I will be on top of my job 24 hours, and I will be there to make sure that Lagos is more secure and safe.
let me put it this way. Insecurity is actually a product of so many things. For example, let me say one word. When there is injustice, you find people who are being uh, threatened by the injustice that is happening around them. So they tend to take laws in their hands. But then the authority can do so much more in trying to, be just and trying to bring everybody together and solve the situation of insecurity. So I would say there should be justice.
Something that has to do with security is not one man issue. It's a general society of a thing. We need to be honest to ourselves. We need to come clean. I think what is good, what is bad. If we don't tell ourselves the truth, it will keep on happening. It will happen today and you are quiet about it. And it happens tomorrow, you're quiet about it, and it will keep on happening. I think it's about honesty. It's about coming clean to tell ourselves the truth. What is good, what is bad.
The issue of clashes between farmers and herders in Plateau State, and the issue of kidnapping here and there and burgling in some places and environment. And those are the major challenges we've been having in Plateau State especially in Plateau State, concerning security. And then when you talk about Nigeria at large, it's a common knowledge of communal clashes between a lot of communities, and even farmer and herder clashes and kidnappings on our roads when people are traveling, and definitely the insurgency in the northeast of Nigeria. So I guess those are the major challenges, which is plenty in terms of a country for us as in Nigeria.
Governments really come out to do something about the insecurity. If not, it will still definitely be like this. You understand? They have to. We need to have an institution, that now institution, or how will I put it? Like a body that will that will carry out. If it's meant for them to carry out research, like where are these things coming out from? Where are these headsmen, bandits coming out from? Of course, we have forces, we have security that they are capable, but because they have been compromising, and our security have been compromised. That is why the whole thing. So not until the government stand to do something, do what's right, we will never get it right. Like,
Challenges that I think in Plateau State or as a nation is that the security forces there. We have the security people, but I think one of the major things is that most of these security people, they don't have the equipment. Do you understand? They don't have the equipment, and then they're not also put in check. The police people, the policemen, the soldiers, military men, most of them don't even have the materials or the equipment that other nations have. For example, like the bandits or whatever we call them, they call them bandits. They call them faceless people, but we know they're not faceless. We know that there are people that when they come with equipment. How come they're able to get those equipment that our governments cannot get these equipment for the security agencies? If they're able to get this equipment, and then also train security agencies or security men, I think we'll be up to being able to secure the lives and properties of the people.
Well, honestly speaking, issue of insecurity in this country is worrisome. I think the government need to do a lot concerning insecurity, especially on the affected areas, Plateau, Zamfara, and other neighboring states. Because day by day, people are being killed on no reason. Innocent people are being killed on no reason. So we wouldn't know what exactly the problem is. But I think it's high time people should come together, especially through our traditional rulers, to know the cause of and the root of all this insecurity. And the traditional rulers will have to also come together in case of if there's any visitor that is coming into the state or into the country, especially in your own location. You should ask questions. Where is he from? What did he came to do in the land? What is his aim? all these details and information should be given to the traditional ruler before anybody should be allowed to stay in that community or in that state.
It's everybody's responsibility. It's my job, it's your job. At least the whole society. Let's come together. Let's sit down and think what is not good. I think we should sit down and find a solution to ourselves. The stakeholder, the politicians, government, at least the security agencies, the international organizations, some people who are benefiting from all these things. I think they should stop. Let's come clean and tell ourselves the truth. This is about human's life.
I'm not a security expert, but I guess one of the first things we should do in terms of handling these security challenges is the issue of dialogue. It's very important for us to dialogue with everybody, all the parties involved in this, especially when it comes to communal caches, the headers, the farmers. We should have dialogues with them so that we understand the major reason why we're having these challenges as a country. Because most times what we do, the approach we take is the approach of force. But before we get to that level, we should look at the root cause of all these problems we're having. And also, we know we have so much poverty and unemployment level in this country. When you have youths that are not doing anything, definitely they'll be available for crooks and for criminals to recruit to carry out their evil acts. So we need to look at all these challenges that we're having as a country, address youth unemployment, address the poverty level of people so that they will not be available for criminals to recruit them for all these things that they want to do for the evil act they are doing. And then we need to make adequate provision of security in environment that we know that they are flashpoints. Because most times we see, even when they are attacked, when you go to such environment, maybe probably the next day, 2 days after, you will not see presence of any security personnel. So we need to have security personnel well equipped. Not that security personnel that we have, and then when they are called upon that, okay, there's challenges here or there, they will say the vehicles, there's no fuel, they don't have a vehicle that is working. You know, we need to have people that are there and they are going to be serious about this thing. And recently I had even police and military personnel complaining that another issue we have is the issue of judiciaries. When they arrest the criminals, they take them to court, the court will release them back to the society again. So I guess our judiciary too needs to look into these challenges and ensure that criminals are being dealt with according to the law, and they are not. We need to look at this thing from the human point of view.
So I think the government needs to sit up. Yes, they are trying, but they should also look at who are those people who are in charge? What are they doing? How much have they been able to put? What are those things they need to put in place? A lot of things need to be put in place.
The security are trying their best. And then actually, like one of the military officers will said, if I arrest somebody today, one politician will go and say, bring him out. So I think these are things that at least they are doing their best, but at least we need to put hands in deck. We need to come together and at least find solution, both the security agencies, the community leaders, the politicians. I think that's one of our major problems. I think when we solve that, I think we will get somewhere.
Well, you can. I don't think you can rate the law enforcement that you are not equipping people, that you are not empowering. It's just like employing a farmer and not giving enough whole fertilizer to go and farm. How do you want the person to be effective? So most times, if you want to know what the standard of kind of security people we have, go to our police stations, look at the environment they are, look at how well equipped they are, look at the kind of guns, the kind of weapons these criminals are carrying, look at the kind of weapons our own security personnel are carrying. So even if you're the one and you're the security person and they say, okay, you should go and attack this person and he's carrying a very big gun and you have just one tiny gun that is not, you're not even sure that it's working, will you be able to confront such person? So I guess it boils down to us, first of all, equipping this, our security agency, before we start asking them how effective they are. And then in terms of recruitment too, we need to do more when it comes to recruiting these security personnel. Most times we don't do due diligence when we come to recruiting them. So sometimes we have very poor recruitment processes, and we have people that are not willing and not ready to work as security personnel. They're just doing it because they don't have other alternatives.
I know that government they are trying, but I want them to try harder than this. I want them to check these things, to check even the youth self. They have to help themselves, like villagers, town, anywhere. Like now, if they say people are coming to you, sending letter to this village, they're not supposed to sleep. They're supposed to be awake to have meeting here and there, to secure the village, to do things right. Let them help the government too. Anything that comes like this, let government know that yes, something came, and they then tell us that something is, they send letter to us, or something is about to happen to us, so that if something that they will send, okay, let us check and send security to the villagers, so that they will select the better securities, not security that they will join mouth with those people and start killing people.
In terms of the security agency, I can't really say, but I will say kudos to them because it's not easy. But then, honestly speaking, they are not really impressing us. They are not really. We have intelligence. We have, in fact, they have been trained based on their security personnel. All we are saying as in the security district, please, their main job is to guide the life and property of the citizens. But this is not what we are seeing today. This is not what we're seeing today. The security agencies, the police, the army, the navy, I think they have enough equipment to protect the life and property of the citizens. We have helicopters, we have drones, we have a lot. We have armies, land armies. What are they doing? So I think I would say kudos to them in the sense that they have been able to apprehend some of the culprits. They are doing enough. They are doing their best, but their best should be well enough to make sure that innocent people are not being killed day by day on a daily basis.
Nigeria doesn't believe it itself. Wickedness is actually the cause of religious crisis. One, I that have been in Plateau State for years, do you know that today I am not regarded as an indigene? Today, I remember the village I was laboring even for some time before the crisis. In that very place we have the Fulanis, the Hausas, the indigenes. That very place, if you enter today, is totally deserted, burned down. Why? Because of the injustice that the government were not interested to address. Why this thing is paining my heart is because I think about my children, the generation unborn. Because if government is serious interested about this, sincerely what they would have done is this. Not calling the Fulani, not calling the Hausa, not calling the indigenous, but let a thief be handled as a thief. Let the wickedness be tackled as wickedness. Where whoever that causes evil should be handled immediately. I'm telling you, if Nigeria is a nation that loves itself and work as a nation, all this will not emanate.
It's new, it's fresh, it's all about policies and strategies. Watch out for NIPSS Policy TV programs on NTA News 24. Tune in on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, Star Times Channels 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703. Miss this and miss out on policies that will affect you and our country. Join us. Hello and welcome to our alumni chat. Today our chat is on a very important person, another MNI, and we're going to talk to him about everything you need to know concerning his experience as a participant. So welcome to this segment on our program. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lydia Odijochi. Now, what was your experience like as a participant while you were at the Institute?
My experience as a participant was a very wonderful one. That the good thing about NIPSS, unlike any other institution, is the fact that at NIPSS, you have a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. And what I mean by that is that you have people with experience across everything and anything. So it's a time of exchange of ideas, a time of tapping from somebody's experience to add into your own. A time to make you a complete policy maker. And like I said, that makes NIPSS different from any other institution. Anybody who tries to equate NIPSS with any professional body is only wasting time. NIPSS is a complete institution of its own that has no any other kind.
Now tell us, how has the experience impacted on your person and your career and your life generally?
On my person, it broadened my idea. I've attended several courses before then. I was there as a Navy captain, that is colonel equivalent. And before then, I've attended several military courses, civil courses, and all that. But the difference in this case is that during the other ones, you see yourself just on a particular line alone. But here, you have other people with different ideas. So NIPSS makes you start from A, B, and apply it to your life generally. And it has improved my relationship, particularly with a lot of people. For instance, today, there is no ministry I will go to that will not have an MNI, as far as Nigeria is concerned. Both ministry and departments, as far as the country is concerned.
Okay.
And you have academicians as well. You can imagine a training or an institution where you see professors sitting down in class with somebody who academically certificate he has just BSc.
Now, can you tell us what your philosophy of life is?
My philosophy about life, so simple, and it is whatever is mine can never pass me.
That's great.
And if we all have it there, if we all take it that way, that is when the motto of Annie will really come to play towards a better society. I don't bother what concerns you. All I need to do is do what you are supposed to do to push forward. The simplest example I'll give to that is the scripture says, love your neighbor as yourself. So it is what you desire for your neighbor is what you should do. And if all of us do it, of course we'll move towards a better society. And that is the center and the crop of the motto of Annie.
What is your take on the narrative that Annie is an elitist group?
Elitist group. I'll first ask question, what is an elitist group in the first instance? And going by what I have enlightened before, of course, you have no choice but to say it is an elitist group because it's a group of people of different experience, crossbreed ideas, crossbreed of thought, crossbreed of approach to issues. Because of what the training of for almost a year gives to you, you have no choice but just to have been an elitist. Because when A talks, you understand exactly where he's coming from and where he's going to. Okay. When B talks, you have the same thing. Okay. Yeah, before Annie, people will refer to the military as an elitist because the military man is trained to be able to discuss anything upon there. But of course, Annie is one that really cannot take it.
How impactful has the association been to the National Institute?
The association, in several instances, it has spoken for the institution severally. I give you a simple example. Sometimes year back, when the late Galadima was there, and they were having issues of financing then. We talked to one or two people who were in the ministry, and the thing went through easily. And also, even while I was there as a participant, the issue of money for tour were not available. The funds were not quickly released. And one of the participants got up and he reached out to his office, and 2 days after, everybody was smiling back.
How can Annie support NIPSS Policy TV?
Annie supporting it in the first instance, one, for me, you need to make it your baby. And if it's your baby, it is you that tell somebody how beautiful or how strong your baby is, and you want that person to accept it. So sell the idea to Annie. Okay. Sell the idea to Annie. It's a matter of sit down with Annie, with the Annie ESCO, and discuss whether about this is what we have. We want to partner with you to carry all your activities, not just in NIPSS or in JAWS, but all over. And
That's
that is
fantastic.
just it. That is just it.
Idea.
Annie is all about policies. Annie is all about promoting policies. And today, how do you promote policies if there is no media? if there is no outreach, all what you have ends with you. So it's a good idea. You can bring it to the table. It's something that could be discussed.
Now, who is your mentor and why?
I can tell that I don't have a single mentor. That is the problem I have. I don't have a single mentor.
Okay.
If there's a particular area that I like what you do, on that area you are my mentor. If I see another from another person, and I see what the person displays and I like it, I know it can improve me, it becomes my mentor indirectly. So I have several mentors.
Finally, what would you recommend to the Institute to make it better?
To recommend to the Institute to make it better, one, if you know the history, if you go back to the history of NIPSS, one cardinal point there that makes the difference is the discipline. Where you bring people who are well-to-do in their place under an umbrella, and you try to imbibe in them the discipline that is required. Wherever, if there is no discipline, there are no policy. That is just the fact about it. And that is why we're having, even in the country, that somebody wakes up and does whatever he wants. Discipline tells you that is not the way, and it checks you, and you abide by it. So, discipline, discipline, discipline. Because everybody coming in is a leader. And he wants to show up there, but where there is discipline and a rule, of course, if you don't abide, go.
Thank you so much for being our guest on Alumni Chat. Thank you so much indeed. We appreciate your time.
All right, thank you very much.
And that's it on this segment. The program continues. Don't go away.
In conclusion, the importance of internal security in Nigeria cannot be overstated. It is a prerequisite for economic development, political stability, and the protection of citizens' rights. While the nation faces significant obstacles including terrorism, ethnic tensions, and cyber threats, it is critical to acknowledge the government's effort and the importance of community engagement and international cooperation. By acknowledging the challenges and implementing effective solutions, Nigeria can work towards creating a secure and prosperous nation for its people. That's all on Policy Focus today. Thanks for watching. I am Chana Ejoga. God bless Nigeria.